Hi there, this is Mr. Dunaway, and welcome to our first lesson over Chapter 7, Section 2. We're going to talk about combining like terms, a really important topic for us here. So we have to start out with some vocabulary here. So if you would, have your pen ready or pencil, and put your name on your paper and the date, and we will get started here with our first word is terms. Terms are separated by addition and subtraction signs. Okay, so here's an example. Let's say I had 3x plus 2y plus 5. This has three terms. And the terms are 3x, 2y, and 5. Okay, that's a term, that's a term, and that's a term. Okay, they're separated by addition signs right there. So 3x is a term, 2y and 5. Three terms in that expression right there. Well, there's a certain type of terms called like terms. And like terms have the exact same variables. And it's going to be really important that you can identify when things are like terms and when they're not like terms, because there's a rule that we can do some things with like terms that we can't do with others. So here's what I'd like you to do real quick is write like terms down there, put a line underneath it, put not like terms, put a line underneath that, and then a line separating it. We're going to do a little comparison chart here. An example of like terms might be like 3x and negative 2x. All right, because they have the same variable, those are like terms. Like terms have the exact same variable. Well, here's an example that's not like terms. 3x and 2y, let's say. Those are not like terms because the y is different than the x. Okay, not alike. It doesn't matter what the number in front of the term is. Let's say I had 1/2 times y and 4y. Those are like terms, all right? But not like terms, say 4y and just the number 6. Okay, those are not alike because 6 does not have a matching variable. So the variables have to match exactly. Okay, one last example. Let's say I had just a number 9 and just a number 3 or negative 3. Those are like terms, all right? But you couldn't have, say I had 9x and just the 3. Those are not like terms because the 3 doesn't have an x. Again, really important that you can identify when terms are alike and when they're not. Okay, number 3, here's a big math word that you'll hear me say, coefficient. Sorry, coefficient. Forgot how to spell it for a moment. Coefficient. All right, a coefficient is the number that is multiplied by the variable. It's basically the number in front of the variable. Okay, well, like this. Okay, write down the word term here. Put a line underneath it, and under the term, say 3x. Over here, write the word coefficient. Okay. All right, so for the term 3x, the coefficient is 3. For the term 1/2 y, well, what's the number that's multiplying the y? It's 1/2. It can be negative 8. Say I had the term xy like that. You're going to see that one of these days. The coefficient of that is negative 8. All right, so simply put, the coefficient is the number that's multiplied by the variable. Okay, and we'll get back to that in a little bit and see how it applies to what we're doing here. And then the last part right here, constant or constants. Constants are numbers without a variable. Its value is always the same. Okay, for example, just any number is a constant as long as there's not a variable. So 9, 15, negative 3, Those are constant numbers because they have a constant value. So let's say I had this expression, write this down as well. Expression, there's an R in there, EXPRE. Let's say I had the expression 3x plus 5. Okay, for that, there's two terms, and the two terms are 3x and 5. Okay, the coefficient is 3, and the constant is 5. Okay, so that takes care of our first side and some important vocabulary. But there is an important vocabulary here at the top, and that is to simplify. All right, or I'm sorry, to combine like terms means to add or subtract together only like terms. Okay, to combine like terms means to add or subtract only like terms. And that is a really important concept that you have to learn, and is easy to get confused by until you really understand what it is that's going on here. So, to combine like terms, that's what we're going to focus on today. It means to simplify. Okay, so part of simplifying means you combine your like terms together. Okay, well, let's go back for a second on the last page. Remember what we talked about on number 2? I even circled it. Like terms means they have the exact same variables. So we had these two variables. We could add those two together. You could add. In fact, you would add those together if there was an addition sign. All right, but you cannot add non-like terms. Cannot add. And when I say add, I also mean you could subtract if there was a subtraction sign. So we're going to begin by using the algebra tiles to try to make the point that I'm trying to teach you here. So let's take a look at number 1. Number 1, we have basically this expression. This represents a math expression that we're going to work through to teach you visually to understand what it is that we're doing when we do this, and hopefully it'll make sense to you. All right, well, here I have, again, these would be blue, by the way, because those are positive x's. So I have, right here, I have 5 blue x's, okay? 5 blue x's. So that is 5x. That's what we've learned. And then here I have 4 just ones, and they would be blue if we were using the colors. So since what it means is you have this and this. So you have like 5x plus 4. And then here you have 4 more blue x's. So I have that plus 4x. And then I also have this blue 1. So it's like plus that 1. So what I can do is I can identify the like terms. And what we see here is we see the like terms have the same shape. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to count those yet. I have 6, 7, 8, 9 x's, right? 9 x's. 5 plus 4. 5x plus 4x is 9x. Okay? Now I also have, I'm going to put 2 lines under the 4 because I have these 4 ones, and this is a like term to the 4, right? Let's look back. These were like terms, right? We can add 9 plus 3, so we can add these 4 here with this 1 right here and get 5. So we can say I have 9x and I have 5, or 9x plus 5. And that is simplified. Okay, in math we call that simplified because we've combined all the like terms, but do not add together the terms that are different. You can't do that because that actually means to multiply. Okay, we're nearing the end of this video, so I'm going to end this here and then start the second video and kind of recap what we just talked about and then finish up the videos.